Welcome back to Stream of Unconscious, where I walk you through my own personal shadow work practice so that you can learn how to work with your subconscious and what is possible for you just by listening to yourself. So, the feeling and belief that I was working on this time was feeling stuck. Like, I kept kind of believing that I couldn't move forward on my goals unless XYZ happened. But I kept moving the goalposts. There kept being a new, I'll do this when that, I'll do this when that kind of thing. The feeling was kind of like FOMO. Honestly, like fear of never moving forward. And it physically just felt like hard to like move my body, literally. So next, the modality that helped me find the root cause. Modality, as often is self-hypnosis and shadow work and internal, my own kind of in doing parts work, internal family systems, if you know those things, kind of on myself. And doing that by getting to a trance state, by meditating, breathing, relaxing, getting into self-hypnosis so that I can like really listen to myself. So this one's kind of fun. The part that showed up was a rock. And the rock, I was like, hey, what are you doing? And the rock was like, I'm holding it down. And I'm like, why? And the rock was like, because they said so. They said I gotta hold it down. I'm like, who's they? They was this other very like perfectionistic part and like judgmental part that really just mostly is really, really, really judgmental to myself. Which is obviously a little shocking or like just like interesting cuz my philosophy is like be open-minded. Like no one is superior to anyone else. Like everyone is worthy, you know? I also identified, I usually then ask these parts like when did you first learn that? And then it points to a certain period or event in my life which I then identified where I picked this up in my life. Identifying when you first learned or felt something isn't going to solve everything, but I find it's a crucial step. And so basically it was like, well, we can't move forward until something is good enough. And then I was like, well, babe, is anything going to be good enough? And then we chatted about that because nothing will be good enough for this part. That is the takeaway and kind of the new belief to move forward. I can make a hypnosis out of this. I can do EFT. I can just continue to try to implement this. The takeaway is that nothing is ever going to be perfect, and that is the point of life. Like even if you like feel like you get something close enough, like there's always going to be challenges. It's like always an experiment, and that you should get joy and pleasure out of kind of always reworking, and how powerful it is to be in process and to kind of always be in process.